The way the leadership journal works is it kind of walks you through from the color energies. I'm comfortable here, I know this, but what happens in leadership? And what are those attributes that come out in leadership specifically in a good way? Then it says, oh, what happens if it's not so good? What we call the bad day behaviors, under stress or pressure, what do we look like there? And then what happens if it's missing? Well, with that journal, you're actually walking through, seeing those things right in front of you, making notes right on them. And then, of course, the big thing is you're having conversations with your colleagues.
I had one leader that I was chatting with, and he was a bit nervous. There was one quadrant that he really was just shying away from. And after the workshop, stepped forward and said, I can only get to be 75% if I'm effective in those other three energies, right? And I said, that would be your top mark. And he said, well, then let's get to work. How do I move this idea and these theories into action? And he had the platform to do that.
So for any organization, once they have the foundational discovery work and the color energies, then you can begin to talk about leadership using the same framework that they know. In a lot of organizations, when they have multiple different kinds of tools and frameworks, it's confusing. We've got this one, we've got that one, whether it's psychometrics to leadership, to negotiating, to influencing, different models, different frameworks, they just can't keep them straight. So with leaders, they know this discovery language, and with, for example, the Leadership Effectiveness Journal, they start right in on leadership using the framework of discovery, the colors, visual and verbal common language as the baseline. So that baseline, they just start. So literally within 5 minutes, you're going.
So the leadership effectiveness work begins to talk about the color energies from a leadership perspective. So me as a leader, so it taps into that leader within, and how do I bring that, understand myself as a leader, what's my impact on others as I lead others, how can I authentically be myself as a leader.
The other second half of the workshop journal starts with an assessment, and it opens the eyes of leaders to a model that looks at leadership from a different perspective than just the four color energies, in terms of being able to hold a creative tension between being centered, which is everything we've done in the discovery work, with holding a vision of the organization. What an amazing balance that is. And then from top of the wheel, looking at results, bottom of the wheel, looking at relationships. So again, you've got that continuum that allows leaders to look at this creative energy. It looks at a 4-quadrant model, and from that, now they get the chance to do some self-assessment. I can certainly speak for the clients with whom I've worked over the years, and these recent years have just been a pleasure, because leaders now are not just asking for a single event. They're seeing that there's ongoing value, that they are having a series perhaps of mini workshops or longer workshops where there is no question that they're walking away with grounded learning.